Well, it is another day. A few days later now. It's over 17 degrees and sunny, so the driest day so far this year. I mean, the warmest day so far this year. I have 26 varieties of seed here. Now, of course, the envelopes I'll leave in the bucket so they don't blow away. What I want to do this year, I want to put carrots in these two beds. The third one down, that's where the beans will go again, just because of the logistics. You need to have the beans separated by over 10 feet. At least 10 feet, they say, for isolation when you're saving seed. So I'll put carrots in these two beds. The yellow beets are going in this one. I'm going to put some rutabaga in this one. Beans goes in that one again. And I'm going to put some lettuce and radishes among the garlic, I think. I've been watching people wearing coveralls. I've been looking for them in the store for quite a while, actually. They look comfortable, so ended up having to order some online. But they are comfortable. The only thing is, when I was wearing regular pants, I had a belt, and I could put that thing on my side. I can't with what I got now. But I don't know if this will be better or worse. We're going to find out. How I should have this clipped on. I have the seeds right there. Before I put the seeds in there, I'll make a drill, and then I'll go back and seed afterwards. Approximately 6 inches apart. That's 6 inches. That's what I do for carrots. See, these two beds I did well last year. They have a lot of organic matter on the top. So the carrots should germinate fairly well here. We got a beautiful sunny day today. Tomorrow afternoon it's supposed to start to rain sometime in the afternoon, and we get 25 to 30 millimeters, so an inch of rain. Tomorrow evening, once it starts tomorrow, before tomorrow's out, and then it's going to be raining all day Wednesday, just lightly. And so we'll see how many of these small seeds I can get planted now before the rain starts tomorrow afternoon. What kind of carrots do I want to start with first? First challenge is finding them. So I have little finger. Chantenay red cord and scarlet nantes. I have another one, but I'll mention that when I get to it. if need be. You see, there's not a whole lot of seeds there. Now, as I said, I do have signs made. There, carrot scarlet nantes is in the beginning. Yeah, I gotta make another sign. I thought I had a sign out here for little finger. It was still wet this morning, and so I had to wait for things to dry up, because using this pipe, if the soil is wet, it can clog up in the bottom of the pipe. And then I just got a bunch of seeds down in the pipe and not coming out. Looks like I got just barely enough little finger to finish this bed. I would rather the Nantes type carrots anyway. The other variety that I have there named is a Chantenay type, which really don't care if I set them or not. I only need 2 beds of carrots. So that's all the carrots that's going to be set. Well, I had the camera pointed in the wrong direction when I was setting out the carrots. See what I can do about that once I looks at the video. Now, what I'm going to have, I'm going to set turnip. It is turnip, not rutabaga. I didn't have my cold room cold enough, so the rutabaga harvest of last year, I basically lost that. And so now I want to get a substitute for rutabaga as soon as possible. And turnip only takes, what is it, 60 days or less. It's only half the time anyway of rutabaga to grow, so I'll be harvesting this in midsummer. Turnip seed, of course, are bigger, so they're easier to set. Or at least I thought they would be. Oh, and I'm supposed to be setting these 3 inches apart, not 2 inches. So that first row I got planted too thickly. That's it. I'll only need one bed of those. Beets are a little bigger seed, so I make the drill a little deeper. Now, how far apart you put the beets is really up to you. I still put the rows at least 6 inches apart, just so that I can get my hand in between when I'm doing weeding. But in the row, if you want larger beets, you space them out more. I don't think there's any benefit to spacing them out any further than 3 inches apart. But if you're wanting small beets, you can put them as close as 1 inch apart, and then you'll end up with a bunch of small beets, right? Make sure that's cleaned out. Now, they're called golden detroit. I only have the one packet. So whether it'll fill out this bed or not, I don't know. However, I think I want a little larger beet, so I'm going to place them at 2 inches apart. I even got a few seeds left over in case there's spaces. Now, what I want to do is see if I can grow some small lettuces and radish in among the garlic. To do that, make a little drill. I don't need a deep drill for this. In some spaces. Yeah, Porky? Excuse me? These aren't at any spacing or particular distance. I'm just making lines where I can see that I can put some small plants in among the garlic. Got to do some weeding in this bed too. That's okay. For this, so I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 rows. So let's put some radishes in every second row. I have champion radish seeds here. I try to get radish to grow every year, and I never succeed. plant grows, but I don't get a bulb. Of course, this is a new spot. There's lots of organic matter on top of this bed, and gets a lot of sun. And this is May the 12th. Every second row. As far as lettuce goes, I'm not going to bother to put out a sign and say what kind it is. But the one I'm putting in now is salad bowl red. It's a leaf lettuce, so you can plant them 2 or 3 inches apart. But planting lettuce, spacing them out, well, that's something else. The seeds are even worse than carrot. That's the seeds all gone. I don't have any in that last row. I'm gonna have to come to this bed and get the rest of the weeds out. But what I have here is that Kanamachi turnip, the one that earlier in the year I said I'm going to try a new one. I don't remember why it was interesting, but I'm just going to put in 3 rows. It says the thin plants to 3 inches apart, so of course I'm going to 2 to 3 inches apart, so I'm going to plant them 2 inches apart. Okay, so that's 3 rows. Put in its sign. And what I have here now, I'm going to do an experiment, as you would when you're an avid gardener. And I'm going to direct sow some Red Express cabbage. Now, I have some planted in the house. I'm just going to see what happens if I direct sow some, and I'll put them 2 inches apart, and when they come up, then if it seems to be a good plant, well, I'll thin them out, right? And if they seem like they're going to be good plants, then I'll transplant them. And the transplants that I have in the house, of course, then I'll bring those out and plant there. If these aren't growing well, then I'll just plant the ones that I got in the house down among the ones I've seeded, set direct sowed. So that's what this is about. What happens when you direct sow cabbage in Newfoundland. 3 rows of that. And now I have Hurley Copenhagen Market. That's just your standard green cabbage. Weighs about 2 or 3 pounds if it grows well. It's the next morning now, a little cooler, but I might have to take this jacket off. I stopped yesterday because I got this far along with these things that I only want to put a couple of rows in, and I realized that I'm going to have to figure out exactly how I'm going to put them in. So I stopped. I come out this morning and figured that out. So now we can continue. See, I have 3 rows of cabbage here, but I've got them planted 2 inches apart. Cabbage, broccoli, cauliflower, they're easy to transplant. So if they do grow well, I'll have a whole bunch of plants here. And later on, I mean, you can put them in a pot, you can put them in a hole in the lawn for that matter, and let them grow. This is a test to see how well they'll do if we start them outside as soon as the weather is warm enough. Or should I say the soil is warm enough. This is a salad green I'm putting in here though. Arugula. It's a really tasty green that I grew some years back, actually over right and under the trees there, so it can take quite a bit of shade. And if you let it bolt and go to seed, it will self-seed. So I'm going to put in 3 rows, like I said, because, well, it's a salad and I hope to have more salads this year. See, the other thing about going to the store for all your food is that you end up usually just getting the staples and then your budget's gone, right? Whereas if you're growing your food, you always got the opportunity there to try a different variety or a different type of food. And then, well, it's okay, you've got it grown. Now what do you do with it, right? That's one thing, learning to process it. And then is also, well, how much would you like to eat of that? It's not do you eat it, is how much would you like to eat. I didn't go through very many apples previously because basically I only liked them when they're really fresh in the fall. And I'm not a desserts person, so I didn't do much with jams and pies and that. But I learned to make apple juice. So now I can go through a lot of apples. Oh, I'm gone down 3 rows, I'm done. Corn salad is a new one to me. The awful light seeds. They're small, but not overly small. The light color makes it easier to see them when you're trying to drop them one at a time down this pipe. Now, as I said, I've never eaten corn salad before. As far as I know, I've never seen it. But I have seen it on several videos, quite a lot of YouTube videos actually, which is why I'm trying it. Seems to be that a lot of people like it. There's no known reason why this shouldn't grow up and give me an harvest, just direct sow. When I finished off this bed, so this kale, it does look to be growing there. I mean, we haven't had many warm days yet, and those little sprouts that I showed you are a little bit longer. And this one looks to be alive down the bottom. All the rest, they were completely dead. The kale that I have here, when I was doing them in the house, I put one set of kale seeds back in the wrong packet. So this is a mixture of dwarf green curled and blue curled Scotch. So since that kale is there, I'm going to put my little test row of kale along here. Just one row, because you see that was 9, so if it was a full row it would have been 10 seeds spaced 2 inches apart there. So since I got that much figured out, I'll just go along, and I kind of messed up there. I think I'm going to put the signs down, and then I'll put the seeds in afterwards. So right here, this sign, spinach. So I'm going to have 3 rows of spinach, and the rest will be just single rows. don't have very many seeds here for spinach, so I don't think I can do 3 rows. Try to make sure I get just 1 seed. You know, I'm going to check to see how far I'm supposed to put them apart. Plant spacing 10 inches. Maybe if I do them about 4 inches apart, I'll get the 3 rows. I don't think that last seed is going to come to anything. But I got 3 rows anyway. Brussels sprouts Jade Cross. Yeah, 9 seeds. Then we have Brussels sprouts Long Island. Those seeds are a little harder, so I'm getting extra down in each spot, but oh well. Broccoli Arcadia, once again, just enough to do a row. Take them out of the container 1 seed at a time to make sure I got enough. Broccoli Romanesco. That's a nice broccoli. I've got an awful lot of broccoli I'm setting, but I really hope this one grows, because this is the one that's kind of a cross between a broccoli and a cauliflower. And really the only brassica that I got to grow well. One year I did get a couple of cabbage to grow, and one year I got a really nice head of Romanesco broccoli. So far that's my limit of my success with those crops. Now this is Everest, broccoli Everest. I'm not sure there was a seed that went down in them. And broccoli munchkin. That gives me 4 rows of broccoli, 4 different varieties. But as I was saying earlier, store-bought stuff, broccoli, there's a few ways that I like to eat broccoli, but it wasn't readily available to me in the past, so I don't know how much that I would actually eat if it was there for me to eat. I have 2 more varieties of cabbage. One that I thought would be really interesting, but this one is early Jersey Wakefield. I think it has a conical shape head to it, but I can't remember. Cabbage baby choy. These are older seeds because it's a leafy green, Asian type leafy green that looks like it would be oh so good in stir fries. And I've been trying to get it to grow, but as of yet, I've not been successful. So where am I? Cabbage baby choy, right there. I am going to try it here this year. I've never grown it in these conditions. This will be full sun in a very fertile soil here. And very little weed pressure. They don't grow very wide. I'll check now to see what the plant spacing is supposed to be, the final plant spacing. I don't know why I only have one variety of cauliflower, but it is what it is. This is called Snow Crown Organic. Organic part, of course, is just a seed, so the variety is Snow Crown. Now I have 2 varieties of kohlrabi, the same ones I tried last year. There's the early white Vienna and the purple Vienna. They're a root crop, similar to rutabaga or turnip, right? And very delicious to eat raw. I don't think I need a lot, so in 1 row of each. I've only got 2 rows left here. I'll just put 1 row of each and see what becomes of it. I mean, I actually only got 2 of them to grow last year. The camera shut off at some point, and I don't know what point, so I'm gonna walk through and tell you what I got planted in these 2 beds here now. So the first 3 rows here, I'll just, that's that special turnip. The next 3 rows is the Red Express cabbage. Actually, I don't mind if I got a lot of that. That's really good cabbage. And the next 3 rows would be the early Copenhagen market cabbage. Then I have 3 rows of arugula, 3 rows of corn salad, 1 row of kale, 3 rows of spinach, 1 row of Brussels sprouts Falstaff, 1 row of Long Island Brussels sprouts, 1 row of Arcadia, broccoli Arcadia, 1 row of broccoli Romanesco, broccoli Harvest, 1 row, 1 row of broccoli Everest, 1 row of broccoli Munchkin, 1 row of cabbage early Jersey Wakefield, 1 row of cabbage Baby Choy, 1 row of cauliflower Snow Crown, 1 row of kohlrabi early white Vienna, and 1 row of kohlrabi purple Vienna. But you notice I've got a space left at the end of this bed, at both ends. And I have space left right here, because right out by the edge I'm going to plant squash like I did last year and let them grow out through the pathway and out across the lawn. I can smell the rain coming, so we're definitely going to get rain tonight, but I'm not watering these to give them water for now. I've made drills, and then as I'm going along with that pipe, the seed is also down in a little divot. And what I'm going to do with this on shower, it gives enough pressure to wash a bit of soil down over the seed, but it doesn't give enough pressure to dislodge the seed from where I've got it down in that divot. So when I do this, I can see the soil shifting around. I think I might put it on center, a little bit more pressure. Not center, flat. I'll also spray the onions. Kind of the same idea. I'm wanting to get the soil settled in around them as soon as possible. And whether or not the rain tonight will be strong enough to actually push the soil in around them, I don't know. You see, I've got a brick pot right there now, and I don't know why. carrots definitely need to be watered in. They need good contact with the soil. Now, so we're set for now. We've got 2 beds of carrots. We've got a bed of beets, bed of turnip, and 3 beds of onion. And this is things that I only had to do a couple rows of, which we just completed. Don't want to rind them all off now. Beans goes here, and then there's 3 and 3 for potatoes. That one I had potatoes in last year, but I might put something else in there. Not sure. Potatoes goes here, and then the far one out. And then our 2 beds of strawberries. Just out from the far potato bed will go beans, and in here will go beans. I have yet to plant rutabaga, and I have peas to plant, but for the peas I need to set up the trellis first. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching, and I shall see you in the next one.